cold 10 below night in Ames, Iowa, but hey, no worries because it's nice and toasty inside a sold-out Hilton Coliseum. From sunny Orlando, the UCF Knights have picked the coldest night of the new year to visit Ames and third-ranked Iowa State. The first time the Knights have made the trip.
Can do if they get out of transition, and we've got to compete on the glass. They are improving in that area.
Size advantage to Iowa State. Cyclones win the tip and they open up with the ball. Third straight game, Iowa State with Jones in that lineup. And Chilovich, the surgery earlier today on the injured hand. He is over for the Cyclones, and now UCF with their starting five and the talented big man underneath, the 7-foot 2-inch freshman Mustafa Cham. They get an early touch for Kashawn Hall, and he leaves the shot short. Jones with that patented floater gets the friendly Hilton bounce.
That's a bad shot for most guards in the country, but it's just routine for him.
Iowa State draws first blood. Here's Johnson inside. Nice pass off to Cham.
They worked on that in practice. Get in there with physicality, then drop it off and make things happen.
Cham coming off a career-high 18-point performance over the weekend. Jackson inside and the foul, and Deshaun Jackson to the free throw line. 9 in Orlando, trying to get the Knights back into the NCAA.
Iowa State player, but when these games start, the coaches want to talk to him forever, right? The line is 10 guys deep. Everybody wants to learn from him, and he's just a great ambassador. We had a wonderful time conversating with him this afternoon.
What he tell us, his way of paying back to a sport that has given him so much, the opportunity to work with these young athletes.
Or they would have picked up a signature win.
UCF with the early 1-point lead. Here goes Jones attacking past that 7'2" wingspan of Cham, and Jones with wonderful range. This one won't go. Lipsy clears it for Iowa State. Iowa State, the top scoring team in the Big 12, 83 points per night, and the soft touch underneath from Jefferson. In and out, Jones the rebound. He'll put up that floater again. This time falls short. Good hustle play by Jackson to save it. Second chance, Jones lets her fly. No, but there's Lipsy. And the third crack proves to be the charm for Iowa State.
Well, they talk about live.
6-0 run by Iowa State. Kashawn Hall, a 3-level scorer, put up 40 a couple of games ago against Arizona State. He can hit the outside shot, and he spawned after suffering their first loss in 54 days. And fun popped up in that end-of-huddle conversation after the shoot-around while he was out on the court. He kept it on pretty much until tip-off tonight.
It was a little chilly in here this morning. I think Ryan Workman, the SID for Iowa State, might have turned the air conditioning on.
Nice job there by Hall. Gilbert gets Cham on a switch. He'll look to attack and somehow get it around Cham.
Well, that's one of those situations where Gilbert, just playing with a high basketball IQ, he dribbled the ball about 25 times, but he needed the space to attack the big man. That's one of those situations where you don't pass the ball when you have that type of mismatch.
Real versatile player for UCF as everyone teams.
When you have to play Houston and Iowa State back-to-back, you know you've been cornered.
Coleman will look to attack. Nice wraparound bounce inside to Cham. Missed the bunny. Can't get the tip either. Gilbert with the pull-up. Jay. Money.
Big turn of events right there. You got a point-blank shot. You have to finish on the road. And Hall and Thom not used to double teams like they're going to face against Iowa State. Nice drive down the lane. You mentioned
all Big 12 performer from a year ago.
But when you love your coach and the staff and the community and you're getting the minutes you want, you're taking a risk when you move somewhere else. The grass is obviously not always greener. It's nice to see him stick around. He leads the Big 12 in steals, and he's drilled 5 out of his last 13 threes.
Izzy, the UNI transfer, and this is a guy they want to get. Jefferson A lot of arc to that shot. Left the foul line, jumped short.
You made the right call. Heisey's got to put that up.
Ball attacking the hoop, gets his second field goal. He has
to help off of Jones and not to dig down. And there's another play he just made.
Turnovers starting to mount now for both teams. Johnson all the way in, count it, and the foul. A chance for the three-point play.
Style environment.
Marion Watson into the game for the Cyclones. Here's a Heisey three. Still has yet to connect on one in Big 12 play. Coleman, despite not having the numbers, slices his way through.
They've got their defense improved over the last few weeks. And
Lipsey, Gilbert, Heisey, Jefferson, and Watson, the five out on the floor.
They want to get the ball inside of Jefferson. He's just getting grabbed right now every time he's down on the low block.
Watson hits the three ball from the corner. Gilbert off that Watson screen, back-to-back three balls.
Afraid to play against a guy with a headband. I'll tell you what, they got a different level of confidence. He is so fun to watch.
Who's the best player you played against that wore a headband? We'll give you some time to think about that.
Talk about an answer, though. Both teams feel like this is a must-win.
One and done for the Cyclones, and now Gilbert picks the pocket. Gilbert attacks the hoop with the finger roll. Double team, and Taylor has it swatted away. Boy, if you're going to take it up against these Cyclone big men, you got to go up stronger than that. Jefferson lofts it into the far baseline. Watson trying to... Young man that provided some attackers of the basket in the country.
You mentioned before the game, you thought
Johnson blows a gasket as he was trailing on D. That opens up the odd man rush, and Jones makes them pay. And a timeout by UCF.
Together, it's fantastic to see it.
Johnson open, three ball up, crawls out on him, and strong rebound by Jackson, but then Taylor took it away from him, and he'll score. Tremendous effort by
Knight's best offense is when they get it side to side, post up, they're going to face that double, and they kick it out, get pretty good looks out of it.
Bingo for three. Darius Johnson coming into tonight, one of the top three-point shooters in the conference at 42%.
He is such an impressive offensive guard, makes everybody around him better, defends as well as anybody, and he knew that previous three-point shot rimmed out. When he got another chance, he wanted to redeem himself.
Two bigs working together. He and Johnson pacing the UCF attack, winning the rebounding battle 16-6.
But you don't want Iowa State's defense to set up. If you have even low percentage opportunities on the fast break, you want to take them against the Cyclones.
Long range three is good. The range limitless for Curtis Jones, and green for Ivy Curry. Nice leave, and Chom missed it. Yaksus can't finish the tip. Chom will try, no, and here come the Cyclones. It's a 3-on-1, Lipsey all the way, and a goaltending on Chom, and the Cyclones on a 9.
Better minutes out of number 3, as good as he's been all season.
Johnson tried to get that step back three off. Lipsey closed the spacing. Now Ivy Curry cranks it up, and he connects.
We have some shot makers in this game. That's good defense, but that's elite crossover offense.
It's a much-needed basket from the transfer from Pacific and UTSA, Jordan Ivy Curry. Gilbert, almost like a knuckleball coming off his...
When they see a mismatch, they attack. Now, that wasn't a mismatch. That was just Gilbert being great. Where's Jones? That's too open.
That's where he is. He'll let it fly. Watson tried to bring it home, and he draws the foul. Completely different story here in this first half. Williams able to save it inside, and the shot was blocked. Watson was able to recover. Able to swat it out of there from Yaksus, and now teardrop won't go for Jones, but Watson working underneath. The effort.
Allowed them to get out and run, but I think if you're Coach Dawkins and you watch the tape, you're saying, look, for the Knights, but nobody makes you pay for foolish decisions more than Iowa State, especially here at home.
Jefferson's been quite a find from St. Mary's entering tonight. Double-double rebounds. Last couple of games, 12 against Kansas, 10 against West Virginia. Able to get the 2 free throws and attacking the hoop. There's some of the strength that you wanted to see.
Try to trap that first pass. They caused a turnover earlier in this half when they did it.
Go in this opening half. Iowa State ranked 3rd in the country, one of 4 ranked teams this week in the Big 12. Jefferson open, pops it up and through.
And they are letting him take it, and he's got to make defenses pay. He's got nice form. He just needs to have more confidence with it.
Quick hands by Iowa State. Gilbert the takeaway. It's a 3-on-2. Gilbert all the way to the rack. No, but the tip by Heisey.
That out quickly. They don't have enough time to adjust at halftime, or this thing's going to get out of hand.
Iowa State 5 of 10 from downtown. They're going to attack inside. Catching it real deep was Jackson. Boy, Deshaun. First foul on Chum. Jackson back at the foul line. One of the top teams in the country as far as free throw attempts. 6 run. The Cyclones with that 14-point lead. And a loose ball foul, and it's going to be on Johnson.
A lot of that goes back to the Dream Team, the original Dream Team. Chris getting an opportunity to play college basketball. He was coaching his tail off this afternoon at shoot-around, just trying to get his guys to know how physical this game is going to be. And right now, they have not matched the physicality of Iowa State over the last 5 to 6 minutes.
Taco Fall, if you recall, was a really first big guy from Senegal. He was part of that NCAA tournament team. 3-ball by Jefferson, and Iowa State has all cylinders clicking right now. An 18-point lead late in this first half. Johnson, the Knights need it. Too strong. Rebound inside. Coleman. And a late whistle and a foul.
To win those big Sweet 16 and Elite 8 type of games.
Coleman has played well in this first half. 1 of 2 at the line. Coleman with 6 points. First-year transfer from Georgia Tech. Gilbert off that high screen. Peels it into the paint. High arcing shot straight through.
Those 2 guards are just so good at snaking those ball screens. One-handed floaters, flippers, whatever you want to call them. And that's a nice answer.
Ivy Curry getting
the second half. Taylor drove the basketball, jump stopped in the paint, kicked it out. Coleman hesitated. There was no need to pump fake on that, but that's what they have to do. 14 seconds to go here.
Gilbert will get a double screen. Let's see what side he picks. He goes left. He shoots it up. No. Jefferson the rebound. Bounces it to Watson at the buzzer. And an exclamation point will put this crowd on their feet here inside a sold-out Hilton Coliseum.
TJ Otzelberger talked about offensive rebounding being the #1 key. It's paid huge dividends. And you talk about paying dividends. Number 4.
High-low action initially with Jefferson and Jackson. Here's Jones, step back 3, off the mark, no. Fight for the rebound, tipped out to Chum.
Well, they're going to come back to Jones the next couple times on that high ball screen. Hall went under the screen, and that usually doesn't work, but that does.
Thunder from Chum as he throws it down. Give Ivy Curry the assist.
Well, he wasn't going to miss that one.
Freshman Senegal moved to the United States just 3 years ago. A late bloomer, did not start playing basketball until he was 13. Jefferson in the crowd, and he is bailed out by the whistle, and Jefferson in 6 of his last 9 games. Talk to Johnny Dawkins about his skill set. They're going to get him in the weight room, and he'll improve in that area as well.
Just the perfect spot for him. Coach Dawkins so good at developing players, especially big men. 52 is just going to continue to get better, but he's got to have a monster second half. There it is.
3-ball by Hall, and he buries it. Sean Hall transferred in, one of 11 newcomers this year for UCF, transferred in from George Mason.
He had 4 out of 6 from 3 against Arizona State. See the form there, a pure shooter. They've got to get more consistency. Gets it attacking the rim.
Another double figure here at Hilton Coliseum. He is at home recovering, but everything went well from what we've been told. One of the more prolific three-point shooters in the conference. Coleman from the baseline launches and hits.
Isn't it amazing when you get that basketball attacking and then taking shots when they're open?
Well, Coleman with 9 to lead UCF. Gilbert with the alley-oop and the flush from Jefferson. Hall hands it. Ivy Curry shoots it and drains it.
Just much better ball movement in this second half by UCF.
The Knights need some stops now. Gilbert attacking the basket, gets 2.
You see, the Knights are in drop coverage, which means they're leaving their big in the paint, trying to force that 15-foot jumper, but the guards for Iowa State are so crafty, they're still getting the rim, even in drop coverage.
2 in a row for Ivy Curry.
He said what I thought he would say. I love pouring my life into the guys. I want to disciple these kids, mentor these kids, give them a better life than what they had, and that's just how he's built.
And he said that with that famous soft-spoken smile that only Johnny Dawkins can provide.
Right now.
Yeah, right. I think we're going to... Comes from a football family. His father, Ben, played in the NFL.
TJ found this guy. He fits in perfectly. I mean, if he's hitting this three-point shot, it's big trouble. Here he comes again, right on cue.
Showtime, and he decided to finger roll it at the last second. His crowd thought 2 early ones, and now he heads to the bench, sitting with his 3rd foul. Jackson back in there for the Cyclones. Here's Johnson elevating from the corner.
Reason that was...
Dior Johnson was actually on the pit roster when the Cyclones played the Panthers in the NCAA tournament. See more time off the bench of late. Oh, what a move by Jefferson. And spinning to his left. And now a takeaway from Lipsey. Jackson gives it to Gilbert to the corner. Lipsey, gone! Lipsey looking for 2 in a row. This one well short. Jefferson saves it right into the arms of Coleman. Evo Coleman does not have the numbers. He'll peel into the paint with the right hand. Too strong. Hall tips it out. Chom for 3. Gone. And the big man showing his range. Chom gets caught in that switch up. That freed up Jackson inside. Fight for the rebound, and Jefferson, Johnny on the spot tonight. Career high for Jefferson with 23. Backdoor cut. Dior Johnson makes the tough catch. Lipsey recovers with the block. Chom with that mid-range shot.
He is not shy. He gets a look. He's putting it up. Tell you what, as well as Iowa State has played in this game, the Knights hanging around.
Now UCF for the first time with the trap. Iowa State handles it nicely, and the little bunny for Jones. With the Knights. Johnson feeling it. He was calling for that ball. Chom becoming more active. Second chance opportunity. Ivy Curry all by his lonesome. He won't miss those. Boy, both of these teams in this second half shooting lights out. Gilbert on the other end. Curry lost it. Lipsey the takeaway. He's in the clear. 2 more.
I feel like they can beat anybody in the country, and they're not going to go 1 for 17 from 3 very often like they did against West Virginia. Here they come again.
Another takeaway. It's Heisey feeding Gilbert. And the turnover starting. Iowa State bracing to work a length of time without one of the top scorers in the conference in Momcilovic. And Jess, when you look at this offense, How do they make up for his absence? See the loose ball foul underneath.
Well, just guys like Watson, right, coming amazing in this game.
Kilovich out. Watson has been that guy tonight. Hall spins his way in, and you see why Johnny Dalton. Look at Keyshawn Hall, number 4, handling the basketball. This is a man that started his career at UNLV as Mikey Williams hits the jump shot.
1-foot shot blocker, just cleaning up around the rim. These guys play such fundamental defense, and the coaches put them in great position, but one-on-one, they usually win that battle.
Gilbert with that Euro step, eyes in the back of his head, just trailing and leading. Chatfield peeling to the basket. Helper for Gilbert, another steal for Jefferson, looks for liftoff, and he has it. It's like the crowd back in Orlando. Gilbert with 7 on the shot clock.
See, Heisey's got to take that shot. You've got to take this shot, Heisey.
Fires it up, and that one had to feel like $1 million.
88 points on UCF with 7:47 to go. There's a lot of guys to talk about, but he came out hungry in this one.
7 assists as well, as you saw in that last graphic for Gilbert. Iowa State up by 24. Ivy Curry has had himself a night, and that will continue. This should count, and a chance for the three-point play. Spent a season at Pacific, then went back. What a recovery. 3-ball from Gilbert as he rushed it up to beat the clock. John, one of the top shot blockers in the country. Now Hall fakes the 3, blows right by Jefferson, hovers and hits. Pacing this offense with 19. Jones from that foul line, that's money.
So the drop coverage by the Knights is just not.
Hall using his quickness on Jackson. Can't find an opening. Now Mikey Williams. High rainbow shot won't go. Ball tipped out. Here's a long 3 and splash from Jordan Ivy Curry.
He's sensational.
Done for Iowa State. Now here come the Knights. Ivy Curry leans in on Gilbert. Shoots over Jefferson. This one won't go for him. Now Heisey on the lead pass on a run out, and he throws it down. Williams attacking the basket, and he gets it to go. Excellent body control for Mikey Williams.
But Gilbert and Jones and Taman this entire night have hit that mid-range jump in that any day of the week, right? You're on the road against the number 3 team in the country. They have an elite defense. You're shooting the ball well. This is a complicated film session for the Knights over the last couple days, right? A lot of positives to take out of this game. They matched the physicality early. Defense has been pretty good. I think they're
up TCU, and then the trip to Lawrence. They get BYU back into the NCAA tourney program with 5 tournament. Gilbert just so good with his body, feeling the contact and muscling through.
It's the way he can hang, turn his body in the air, put it on the rim. It's been a remarkable performance. It's been textbook of how to attack a big man at the rim.
Free throw by William Player. Started his career at Memphis. Did not play a game for the Tigers. Iowa State improved to 6-1 in Big 12 action. UCF to 3-4. As you see the contact underneath and the goaltending, the basket will count.
That's the nastiest double drag sequence.
All this weekend as you head to Arizona State and Arizona. Arizona swing, and then they get back here at Hilton Coliseum with Kansas State. Great pass, and Watson knew what to do with it. The big finish for Watson. Ivy Curry working hard on Heisey, just running out of real estate, but he was getting ushered that member of the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame.
Telling him right there, hey, if you're going to shoot that, you got to crash the boards. It's not your responsibility to sprint back. I want you in the paint.
Jones spins in on Williams. Ivy Curry tried to...
TJ Otzelberger, 100 points against the Knights with 2 minutes to go. Wow, what a clinic.
Entered the night, the top scoring team in the Big 12. Long three by Jones. Jefferson continuing to work, fouled by Shaw. 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. Season high 24 points.
He's been outstanding in this game. You love the guards who make people around them better, and he can create his own shots. So he's got to be very proud of his effort, and you can't hang your head. You just have to keep attacking. Good game by Taylor as well, but Ivy Curry was the star for the Knights in this one. And their defense at the beginning of the year was not good, and a lot of that mistakes down the stretch from the free throw line against Houston, but to knock it open threes, and I think the extra pass is going to stand out in the film session. Getting it side to side. When they get it side to side and attack the paint, good things happen.
Jefferson rebound inside, ripped out of there by Yaxus. Taylor stripped of it. Watson on a run out. Good hustle play by Williams to...
I think there's a maturity level that comes where you get to the point as an old...
Came into this game averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds.
TJ and trust him with all the scouting reports defensively, and I can't believe Kyle Green's not a head coach somewhere. I mean, you talk about a guy who can guard and train kids to guard. There he is. Just a fantastic basketball mind, been in it a long time, and he's got his guys really playing well at that end of the court.
The youngest Cyclone, Noyes Indrusitis, the true freshman with the jump shot. Yaxus misfires on the three, but some contact inside and a loose ball. One of the talented recruiting class, TJ Otzelberger as well. Hendricks into the game for UCF. And Hendricks' last name familiar, of course, his twin brother Taylor becoming UCF's first lottery pick, first round NBA draft pick back in 23. Hendricks brothers very tight. Cyclones by 25 inside. This one won't go for Fish. Taylor with a nice crossover. He'll drive all the way in, kind of get caught up in no man's land, and nobody home on the pass to the wing. So Iowa State, after having the nation's longest win streak snapped in Morgantown, they have won 12 straight. They get back on the winning track against a very good UCF team. A high-scoring affair from Hilton Coliseum, but when the dust settles, it is Iowa State tonight, 108-83, your winner over the Knights.
Spectacular performance by the Cyclones coming off of a tough loss on the road. Defensively superb, offensively elite. Joshua Jefferson.